Peppa Pig, Peppa's Australian Christmas. It was Christmas time, and Peppa and her family were flying to Australia to visit Kylie Kangaroo.
Hooray!
I can't wait to see Kylie, says Peppa. Yes, it's going to be a brilliant Christmas staying with the kangaroo family, said Daddy Pig. You did tell them we were coming, didn't you, Daddy Pig? Said Mummy Pig. Replied Daddy Pig. I thought you did. Peppa and her family arrived at Kylie's house on Christmas morning. Hello, Mr. Kangaroo, said Mummy Pig. My goodness, gasped Mr. Kangaroo. You're all here. Again. We've come to spend Christmas with you, announced Daddy Pig. Began Mr. Kangaroo. What an amazing surprise. Kylie bounded over to Peppa. Happy Christmas, she cried. Happy Christmas, Kylie, said Peppa. You've arrived just in time, said Mrs. Kangaroo. We're off to the beach. The beach, said Peppa, on Christmas Day? Yes, said Mr. Kangaroo. It's hot here at Christmas.
Wow.
Everyone got ready for the beach and hopped into the camper van. Brum. Well, blow me down if it isn't our friends from far away, said Mr. Wallaby when they arrived. Happy Christmas, Mr. Wallaby, cried Peppa. I'm cooking corn on the cob for Christmas lunch, said Mr. Wallaby. Yum! Everyone cheered. Christmas on the beach is great, said Mr. Wallaby. The only thing that would make it better is snow. Does it snow for your Christmases, Peppa? Asked Kylie. Yes, Peppa said proudly. Sometimes. I've never seen real snow, said Kylie. What's it like? It's cold, said Peppa. And fluffy, and you can make snowmen. We use sticks for the arms, stones for the eyes and mouth, and a big carrot for the nose.
Wow.
We do the same, said Kylie. But with sand instead of snow. Yes, said Mr. Kangaroo, clumping some wet sand together. We use sand for the body and head and driftwood for the arms. Pebbles for the eyes and mouth, said Kylie.
Wow.
And corn on the cob for the nose, added Mr. Wallaby. Ooh, said Mummy Pig. What could be more Christmassy than that? Look at that wave, called Peppa, pointing at a giant wall of water rolling towards the shore. Ho, ho, ho! A voice called from the top of the wave. It was Santa. On a surfboard. Santa! Gasped the children. Ho, ho, ho! Santa surfed right up onto the beach. Merry Christmas! He cheered, hopping off his surfboard. I've brought presents for Peppa, Kylie, George and Joey. Merry Christmas, Santa! Cried Peppa and Kylie. Thank you! Everyone was very excited to see Santa. Santa gave Peppa her present.
Hooray!
She tore off the wrapping paper. A spade, said Peppa. Thank you. George tore the paper off his present to find a bucket.
Hooray!
He jumped up and down.
Bucket!
He cried. First, Peppa used her spade to fill up George's bucket with sand. She patted it down. Then George tipped the sand out.
Ta-da!
He cried.
Isn't it brilliant making a sandcastle on Christmas Day, George?
Said Peppa.
Sandcastle!
Said George, giggling. Sitting in Mrs. Kangaroo's pouch, Joey opened his present. It was a bouncy beach ball.
Wow! Boing, boing!
He cried, throwing it up and down. Then Kylie opened her gift. Ooh! She gasped. It's a... What is it? Peppa came running over.
It's a snow globe, Kylie!
She explained.
Try!
Try shaking it, said Mr. Kangaroo. Kylie gave her snow globe a shake.
Wow!
Swirly white snowflakes danced around inside it. Struth, that's a wonderful sight, said Mr. Wallaby.
Snow!
Gasped Kylie, amazed.
I've got my own snow!
Now that I've delivered your presents, I think I'll have a paddle, said Santa. He kicked off his boots and walked into the sea. Ho, ho, ho! Lovely and warm, he said. Peppa, Kylie and Daddy Pig went to join him. What could be more Christmassy than paddling in the sea on Christmas Day, said Daddy Pig. I reckon the corn cobs are ready, called Mr. Wallaby. Tack in.
Delicious,
said Mrs. Kangaroo.
Christmas at the beach is so much fun,
Said Kylie.
Yes,
Said Peppa.
it's the best.
Peppa and Kylie love Christmas at the beach. Everyone loves Christmas at the beach. Merry Christmas, everyone. Peppa Pig, Peppa's Muddy Puddle Walk. Peppa and George are visiting Granny and Grandpa Pig.
It's Muddy Puddle Walk Day.
Says Peppa.
What's that?
Asked Granny Pig.
It's a sponsored walk with playgroup,
Says Peppa.
We're going to jump in muddy puddles all the way. Splat!
Shouts George.
The walk is to raise money to help people,
Explains Peppa.
and to get really, really muddy.
I love getting muddy, says Grandpa Pig. Can Granny Pig and I come along too?
Yes,
Says Peppa.
Madame Gazelle says that having lots of people will make the walk even more fun. Shall I bring this giant chocolate cake I made?
Asked Granny Pig.
We can sell it at the walk. Yes, please,
Says Peppa.
Miss Rabbit has a cake stall.
Oh, sighs Grandpa Pig. I was rather hoping I could have a slice.
But Grandpa, says Peppa, it will help us to raise money.
As everyone puts on their boots and gets ready for the walk, Peppa sings a song.
Who loves muddy puddles? We do, we do. Who loves muddy puddles? We do, we do. Daddy and Mummy, me and George, we're all going on a muddy puddle walk. Have you got your boots on? We do, we do. Have you got your boots on? We do, we do. Granny and Grandpa, me and George, we're all going on a muddy puddle walk.
When they arrive, Granny Pig takes her cake to Miss Rabbit's cake stall. Then Madame Gazelle asks everyone to head to the starting line.
Wow.
Now, says Madame Gazelle, has everybody got their boots on? Yes, everyone cheers. Okay, ready, steady, go, calls Madame Gazelle. Grandpa Pig reaches a very deep, muddy puddle.
Jump in it, Grandpa,
cries Peppa. Okay, says Grandpa Pig. He jumps straight into the very deep muddled puddle. Everyone gets very muddy, jumping in all the muddy puddles. At the end of the walk, Peppa and her family each get a sticker and a certificate.
Fantastic news, everyone, says Madame Gazelle. We've raised lots of money.
Hooray! Everyone cheers.
Granny,
says Peppa.
Where's Grandpa gone?
I don't know, Peppa, says Granny Pig. Grandpa Pig arrives carrying Granny Pig's chocolate cake.
All that jumping made me a bit peckish,
he says.
So I bought this. Anyone for a slice?
Everyone laughs. Peppa loves Muddy Puddle Walk Day. Everyone loves Muddy Puddle Walk Day. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.
Peppa Pig. Piggy in the middle. When the sun is shining, it's time to play outside.
Hooray!
There is lots to do outside. Daddy Pig likes playing bat and ball. Peppa and Mummy Pig like playing Piggy in the middle.
Wow.
Catch George. And George likes riding up and down on horsey Twinkletoes. Sometimes Peppa plays outside with her friends. Candy Cat,
Meow.
Zoe Zebra, Emily Elephant, Pedro Pony, Danny Dog, and Susie Sheep. Everyone loves playing outside. The end. Peppa Pig, Miss Rabbit's Taxi. Peppa and George are at the supermarket with Mummy Pig.
That's a lot of shopping,
says Miss Rabbit at the checkout.
It's for Grandpa.
explains Peppa. Granny's going away on holiday.
Wow!
Daddy Pig is waiting outside. Where's the car? asks Mummy Pig. I didn't bring the car, replies Daddy Pig. I didn't think you would be buying so much. I'll call for a taxi, says Mummy Pig. Hello, taxi service, says Miss Rabbit. A taxi will be with you shortly. I see you've been shopping, says Miss Rabbit. Lots of shopping about these days. Shopping for this, shopping for that. Miss Rabbit, why are you talking so much? asks Peppa. It's what taxi drivers do, Peppa, says Miss Rabbit. The taxi arrives at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house. Daddy Pig takes us shopping inside. Granny Pig calls for a taxi to take her to the airport. Luckily, Miss Rabbit is still there.
Hooray!
Daddy Pig, Peppa and George go to the airport in Miss Rabbit's taxi with Granny Pig. Goodbye, my little ones, says Granny Pig. I'll be back soon. Mr. Wolf arrives on an aeroplane and gets in the taxi.
How will we get home now?
asks Peppa. We'll have to call a taxi, says Daddy Pig. Miss Rabbit drives back to the airport to pick up Peppa, George and Daddy Pig. On the way, she finds Mr. Bull standing in the middle of the road. I'm supposed to be mending the airport, but my truck's broken down, complains Mr. Bull. Oh no!
I'm going to the airport, says Miss Rabbit. Have you got any luggage?
Just descend, replies Mr. Bull. Mr. Badger pulls a lever to pour sand from a tipper truck into the taxi. Miss Rabbit's taxi is full of sand. Miss Rabbit's taxi arrives at the airport. Here's the sand, says Mr. Bull to his workers, lifting up the front of the taxi. Now Miss Rabbit can drive Daddy Pig, Peppa and George home.
Hooray!
Then you can have a rest, says Daddy Pig. I should be so lucky, says Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit gets back to the supermarket. There is a long line of customers queuing up to pay. Sorry to have kept you waiting, says Miss Rabbit. It's just another busy day for Miss Rabbit. The end. Peppa Pig, Pretend Friend. Susie Sheep has come to Peppa's house to play. Susie has brought her friend Leo Lion. But Peppa can't see Leo anywhere.
He's a pretend friend, Susie explains. That means he's invisible.
Oh, says Peppa.
Would Leo like to be my friend too?
Rawr, says Susie.
That means yes.
Mummy Pig has cut 2 slices of fruitcake for Peppa and Susie.
Don't forget about Leo,
says Peppa. Mummy Pig doesn't know who Leo is.
He's Susie's pretend friend,
explains Peppa. Mummy Pig gets an extra chair and a plate for Leo. Then asks if he would like some fruitcake.
Rawr! Yes,
says Peppa, giggling.
Don't be silly, Peppa, that was you,
says Susie.
Leo doesn't like fruitcake. Leo would like to play dressing up now,
says Susie. Peppa dresses up as a fairy and Susie makes a wish that she could be a queen.
If you're a queen, Leo can be the jester,
says Peppa. Susie doesn't like that idea.
Leo's a king, Peppa.
she says. I hear you have a special visitor, Peppa, says Daddy Pig.
It's only Susie, Daddy,
Says Peppa.
Don't forget about Leo,
Says Susie.
King Leo Lion.
Daddy Pig bows to King Leo. Daddy Pig is pleased to meet a king. What a fine mane you have, Leo, says Daddy Pig.
Yes, and he's wearing his best red trousers.
Adds Susie.
And his special blue shirt.
Adds Peppa.
His shirt is yellow, not blue,
Says Susie. Peppa and Susie's friends have come round to jump in muddy puddles. Mummy Pig tells everyone to put their welly boots on. Everyone has so much fun splashing in the puddles. What about Leo? Calls Daddy Pig. Are you sure he should be in those muddy puddles without his boots? Luckily, Peppa's old boots will fit Leo perfectly,
Hooray!
his paws get so muddy, you know.
says Susie. Everyone loves jumping in muddy puddles, even pretend friends. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.